Your personal experience of like being a reader and being a writer, how would you describe the importance of representation in literature, especially in middle grade books?
It's really important, and I think I part of why for me reading kids books now is such a joy is I didn't read a single kids book growing up that featured anyone who looked like me,
Mm.
because I grew up in the 80s and they're really were so, Mallory Blackman was a really popular author, but her books really only became popular in the 90s, so I kind of missed them. So when I started reading, I get quite emotional when I read books that have black girls in them. There's a wonderful superhero series where called Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun, where Onyeka's superpower is her afro hair. And I literally started crying at one point reading the book, and it's because I hated my hair growing up. I just wanted long blonde straight hair because that's what I saw. I grew up without a real sense of pride of being black or mixed race. I was quite apologetic about it. I even used to describe myself as a cultural coconut, like I'm black on the outside but white on the middle, in a way to almost apologize for it.
Yeah.
And I only started realizing the problem of how problematic it was that I was describing myself that way in the last couple of years. But I think if I'd seen myself represented in books, and especially in the genre that I'd loved, I would have had a much more positive relationship with my heritage, with the color of my skin, with the texture of my hair. Um, and I think I've got there, but it's taken me, I think, it took me into my 30s and 40s to get there rather than having
Mm.
had that my whole life. So I think it's really important for kids who are black and brown to see themselves, but it's also important for all kids because, especially in the UK, we live in a very diverse country. There are huge amounts of diversity in the societies and peoples. And I think having an understanding and an awareness of that and empathy for different people's viewpoints and experiences and struggles is really, really important. And I think it's so important that kids have that empathy.
Yeah.
Um, but the representation, I mean, it's so much better than it was in the 80s. It's not where it needs to be.